And so this is what gave us language. I still don't get. So the people who had this tool were more likely to reproduce. How does it actually get into
There's
the
a
genome?
bunch of things that obviously this is purely speculative, right? He's just trying to figure out and connect the dots. And Dennis does a better job, I think, of explaining it from a scientific perspective. But Terrence's position was there was a bunch of things that are happening that coincided with climate change. So these jungles, these tropical rainforests were receding into grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
As they were receding into grasslands, the primates were climbing out of trees and experimenting with new food sources. One of the things that they've recognized is that primates, in the presence of ungulates, will flip over their manure and look for these cow patties and look for beetles and grubs because they know that there's always something that's under bugs. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes are under there, and of course mushrooms are growing on them. So they would experiment by trying these different things to see if they're edible. In consuming psilocybin, particularly in low doses, psilocybin positively affects visual acuity. Mm-hmm. So it makes
they were better hunters?
Better hunters, more accurate in edge detection. So there's been studies where if you have two parallel lines, if the parallel line shifts slightly, the people who are on psilocybin are far more likely to be able to detect that than people that are on the natch.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so that's one.
There's some cultures that give psilocybin to their hunting dogs.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. There's a clarity involved in consumption of psilocybin where it sort of eliminates anxiety. It focuses you on tasks at hand, specifically in lower doses.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that people are doing that I have a lot of friends that are doing it right now is microdosing.
Yeah.
It's very, very popular. And their perspective is that there's something about microdosing that allows them to be more present. It allows them to feel better and be less anxious.
Work better and feel more creative. Yeah.
The other thing about psilocybin is that it enhances community. So the idea that all these primates were doing it together, they were more loving, more connected, more loyal to each other, and this might have enforced tribal behavior. So that might have been a protective issue. So they were better hunters, more tribal, and it makes them horny. So they're more likely to have sex, more likely to breed. And then with the creativity involved, the idea was the creativity might have also enhanced their hunting, might have also enhanced tool making, and then, of course, the language aspect of it.